All right, now it's time to catch you up to speed on an episode of Rinks Roundup. This is Rinks Around the League. Let's go. Hey everyone, Jeff Nash here from Rinks Around the League. I want to catch you up on all the developments regarding rinks around the NHL. But first, if you're new here to the channel, hit subscribe and head over to my social to keep up to date with everything going on. Of course, Season 3 is brought to you by the Second String Leather Company, Arcadia Brewing Company, and Ross Flats Vintage Apparel. Check them out, click on the links below. All right, let's jump into it. Even though we're in this crazy time with teams and the league dealing with COVID-19 pandemic, there's still a lot going on. Let's head over to San Jose. In San Jose, the SAP Center has used this unique pause in the building schedule to totally redo their refrigeration system and put in a new ice pad. I'm not sure if this was always in the plans, but it totally makes sense for them to improve on something that has been a challenge for this building. When I would visit that building, especially during the 2017 NHL playoffs, they would have dehumidifiers and air conditioning units outside of the rink, and they would literally pipe that air-conditioned air into the building via inflatable pipes into that rink to get the air humidity to a level where they could freeze water effectively. This is a huge undertaking with a new ice-making plant, redesigned arena piping, a new chiller, and a synthetic refrigerant. And earlier this month, they poured in a new pad at SAP Center, as you can see by this cool video. All right, let's head over to the Mile High City to talk about their new name. Yep, the home of the Colorado Avalanche is now being called Ball Arena. It's kind of a weird name for an arena, right? Well, you have to look a little bit behind the name to see the reason for this name change. Now, if you're like me and have never heard of Ball Corporation is in the packaging and aerospace industry, and a big reason for their partnership with KSC has to do with the aluminum packaging and recycling. Now, most places, you've probably been to a game, you've probably used plastic or paper containers. Ball Corporation is in plans to work with KSC in Denver and in Los Angeles and London, to name a few, to provide a vision to advance sustainability in sports and entertainment by strengthening in-venue aluminum recycling. So after hearing about their move towards this seemingly more environmentally sustainable packaging, I'm on board with the name change. Plus, Coke's better anyways. Now, speaking of the changing landscape of sports and the environment, let's head over to Seattle and Climate Pledge Arena. Formerly known as the KeyBank Arena, it was renamed the Climate Pledge Arena at Seattle Center in June when Amazon bought the naming rights to the building. Now, Amazon also announced that the arena would be the first zero-carbon one in the world, powered exclusively by renewable energy, including both on-site and off-site solar, rather than widespread standard use of natural gas found in other arenas. And since that announcement, it was revealed that the new team in Seattle would be called the Kraken. They've released jerseys, and I'm a huge fan of everything they've done so far. I can't wait to see it all come together. Of course, I'll include links down below. Now we're heading off to Long Island to check out the updates on the New York Islanders' new home. Now, this new arena was already well into construction before the COVID pandemic really hit the US, and it hit a few delays due to the lockdowns in the state to help battle the spread of the virus. So no work was done from March 27th to May 27th. Soon after May 27th, construction resumed. And on July 22nd, it was announced that the Islanders' new home would be called UBS Arena in a deal reportedly worth $350 million over 20 years. They keep rolling out renderings of this 17,113-seat arena, and so far it looks really good. Just a few weeks ago, they celebrated the installation of their last structural steel beam in place, and of course it was accompanied by that traditional spruce tree for the topping out ceremony. Now, for the Islanders, depending on what the league will look like when and if it resumes during this pandemic, they will play their remaining home games at Nassau Coliseum and not split games like in previous seasons between Nassau and Barclays. I'm sure fans will be so glad to finally have a permanent home. Heading over to Pittsburgh, PPG Paints Arena is also taking this opportunity to spruce up their concourse and dining options. Just some of the things that they've been adding: self-checkout scanners. Mobile ordering will be made through the Penguins mobile app, allowing fans to place orders from their seats and pick it up at designated stands. It's kind of cool to see this relatively newer rink, being that it was built in 2010, how it continues to evolve and upgrade its fan experience. Now let's wrap it up by heading over to Calgary and talk about the future home of the Calgary Flames. Now, the Flames, who play in the second oldest rink in the league, are in the planning stages of their new rink. Groundbreaking is not expected to take place until summer of 2021, giving the project the opening timeline of the 2024-25 2025 NHL season. At roughly 19,000 seats, the arena is expected to cost $550 million and will be a part of a larger event center that will transform that area of Calgary. Sadly, as part of that transformation, they will be demolishing the first home of the Calgary Flames, the Stampede Corral, which sits just beside Scotiabank Saddledome. The corral was built 70 years ago and will be demolished by March of 2021 to make way for the future construction of the new rink and the event center. They've had public polls for fans to help decide what they want to see inside the arena, but other than that, not much in the way of renderings have come out. We eagerly await new details as we get closer to groundbreaking. Another thing I want to throw in there, something I think is really cool, and I hope it continues past this COVID pandemic, is that multiple facilities have opened their doors to help facilitate voting in the US federal election. It's a move that totally makes sense to enable citizens to go out and vote in a building that's built and designed to get people in and out quickly and in an organized fashion. To name a few, the Staples Center, Prudential Center, Madison Square Garden, Amalie Arena, Ball Arena, Gila River Arena, American Airlines Center, Capital One Arena are among a list of places helping people get out the vote. So hopefully you're planning to vote if you're down in the US, and make sure to take advantage of what hopefully will be the beginning of a new trend in rinks around the NHL. Now, before we wrap it up, if you're new to the channel, make sure to head over to Twitter and Instagram and follow me at _theRinks. And again, make sure and subscribe. All right, before we wrap it up, I just want to pay my respects to the late Joey Moss and his family. It's difficult to explain to those outside of Edmonton just how much he meant to this city, the Oilers organization. But I had the privilege to work alongside Joey for 5 seasons when I was at the Oilers. He will be deeply missed by everyone. I want to end this episode with something a little special. Back when we used to work at former Rexall Place, I got Joey to help me out by playing a little prank on former Oilers TV host and friend of the show, Tom Gazzola. We had 2 mics hooked up to the same camera, but Tom couldn't hear what Joey was saying. Now, those who know Joey well will tell you he's not afraid to let the, let's say, locker room banter loose. But he was given the opportunity to say anything on camera, and he had this to say. I think it speaks volumes to the character and the smiles that Joey brought to everyone he touched. So I'll end it with that. For those watching, thanks for watching. Stay safe, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
Joey,
Here.
leave Joey alone.
Hi, my,
Hi, Joey.
I woke up by my family and my people. My very happy.
Yep.
Very happy.
He's right.
My people, my family.
Yep.
My very happy. Very
Yep.
much. Thank you very much.
No, I remember that.
Joey Moss. Back to you, Tom.
Yep, thank you. Back to me. Thank you, Joey.
Joey says thank you.
And Jeff. Oh, you guys actually have him mic'd up. This is incredible. I don't know what he said.
He said hurry up.